All right. Hello, my name is Edwin.
And I'm Jocelyn.
And we would like to welcome you to
The Long Overdue, a show about libraries.
And everybody in the Sul Ross Library, as well as the outlying Sul Ross campus. And today we have Kasey Bruce with us.
Yes. Each week we'll feature a special guest and a short conversation about libraries. We don't have our intro memorized yet, and that's fine. But let me introduce Kasey Bruce to you guys today. She is one of our student assistants at the library. She's an English major. She is a soccer player. She plays center defense because she's that awesome. She's a writer, and she's a redhead. Whenever people don't know who you are, I'm like, she's the redhead. And they're like, oh, yeah.
Oh, that's the telltale sign.
That's the
100%.
identifier. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, we're so glad to have you here. We can dive right into the questions if you want. So, first thing we want to know is, what do libraries mean to you?
When I was a kid, I like back home, I would go to this little public library, and I just thought I would go there during the summer. I thought it was really cool because right when you walked in, there was a big like koi fish pond.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, unexpected, right?
Yeah.
And it was so cool. I loved it.
That's awesome.
And that's also where I learned to play chess.
Cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
my grandpa taught me. He would take me there.
That's cute.
So interesting. Yeah, it was a really cool library.
Was it in Albuquerque?
It's in like there's like this little farming suburb thing. It's called Corrales.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really small. Not a lot of people live there, but people have like land and horses and stuff.
A koi pond and a library.
Yeah,
I love that.
It was
That
really
sounds
cool.
serene.
Yeah, and there's like vines hanging from the roof, and it's a whole thing. I think it's super cool.
All right,
It sounds super cool.
That sounds like one of those like hidden libraries and like fantasy stories. Like,
Yeah. Like you would discover it like on your quest to find the One Ring or something.
Yeah, I know,
Or just
right? Like-
destroy the One Ring. What does our library mean to you at Sul Ross?
I think it's a nice place to like learn and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like some people try to learn like just on the internet, but there's a lot of like false information.
Yeah.
And it can be hard to like find like what's real and like what's true, I guess. So like in a library, like you can always find people to like help you figure out like actually like good information to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good
definitely.
answer.
Yeah.
I like that. Speaking of internet and false information, I had a student come in the other day needing help finding books for his particular topic. And he said, yeah, I've gotten most of my sources from the Joe Rogan podcast, and my professor said that wouldn't work. I said,
Awesome.
that's a unique source to use.
Very unique source.
Yes.
I acted professional, but inside I was like, what? That was hilarious. That made my day. And it helps me be like, okay, librarians are necessary.
Can I ask what the paper was on?
I'm afraid to reveal too much information because I don't want to embarrass this student.
Okay, I'll ask later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're more afraid of like the student hunting you down.
Honestly, maybe.
Or Joe Rogan.
Or Joe Rogan.
Or Joe Rogan.
Or Joe
canceling
Rogan.
me.
Yeah.
I am afraid of Joe Rogan.
We might get like sued for defamation or something from Joe Rogan.
It's just bleep his name out in post.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We could do that.
Yeah.
All right.
So, you've told us what a library means to you, what our library means to you. So, what, in the span of getting from where you were when you first saw that library to our library, what are some of the coolest libraries you've got to see besides those two?
You set yourself up for failure when you started
I
with
did.
the koi pond.
I started with a good one.
Yeah.
My elementary school.
Cool.
That one, they had like a big glass window, so you could like see outside on the playground. But we'd always like decorate it. It's like that. They let the students decorate it, so we would make like snowflakes or little like. We were the Wranglers, so little like cowboy hats or like cowboy boots.
Cool.
Yeah, and we gotta like put our names and put them in the window, so you could look for you and all your friends. It was
That's
cute.
It's like a little collage window.
Yeah. My elementary school library, I think I completely forgot until now that there was like this whole treehouse part of it. Like not actually treehouse, but like inside it was like you would like climb up these little stairs. It was like a little loft area.
Oh, like kind of like Barnes and Nobles.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so much like that. Wow. Good memories. Yeah. Core memories activated just now. Wow. That was a good library.
Yeah.
Yeah. My middle school library specifically looked very almost professional of sorts.
My middle school library was so boring.
It was like rounded all the time, and I was like, kind of go like around and a half circle half of the time. They had an area where they would teach like sign language.
Cool.
In the back, they had like an extra classroom for like technical class, stuff like that. It was odd. I can't remember my elementary library though. It was like that was a while back.
Must not have been that notable then.
Probably not.
Where'd you go to elementary school?
For elementary.
Were you in El Paso?
Yes.
Okay.
For the first part,
like El Paso ISD?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was in Socorro ISD.
Okay.
The first half, or not the first half, the first and second grade, I went to. It's an elementary called Elfida P. Chavez. It's like connected at the hip to Montwood Elementary.
Okay.
Or no, Montwood Middle. So like, it was weird because like you'd see the elementary and there was like this tunnel connecting to the middle school.
Oh.
Yeah, it was odd. It was very odd to see, but I don't remember ever going into my library there. But I do remember my middle school's library.
Did you ever have like a book fair?
Not that I remember.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. The book fairs, I had them in the middle school library, but in the elementary, I don't remember.
Maybe the elementary school shared the library with the middle school, and that's why you don't remember a different library?
Yeah, maybe. Well, like, because I didn't go to that middle school.
Or something traumatic happened to you at the elementary school.
No, the thing is, I didn't go to the Montwood Middle School. I actually went to what's known as a PDN because it was actually closer to my house.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I never got to see that specific library from what I can remember, but I did see the PDN one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Cool. Interesting.
You know what? This just came to me. Do you know what Powells Books is?
Yeah.
I went there.
No way.
I did last summer.
I'm jealous.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
They have like the longest shelf of books in.
Yeah, or it's like the biggest used bookstore in the world. It's something like that.
It's, something remarkable, and like just the way they have them all set up. You tell us about it because you've been there. I've only dreamed of going.
So it was like kind of during COVID, like the end. I don't know. It was last summer, so it wasn't like super strict.
The end.
Yeah. The end. Yeah. The end of regulations, I guess.
Okay, that makes more sense.
And mandates and stuff, but so they only let like a certain amount of people in like certain sections at a time, but they had it all it wasn't Dewey Decimal because they bookstores
so usually have their own method of organizing.
Yeah, so it was just like you kind of have to like look around and find stuff, but they had a lot. Like there was like 2 different stories.
Cool.
Yeah, you like went up some stairs. There's a bunch of stuff, and they had socks, so I had to get some.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
nice.
I got sloth socks.
Love that.
Yeah.
Are they tall socks?
Yeah, they're not like they don't go like past my calf, but they're they're a little tall.
I just whenever I think about your outfits, I think like your socks definitely go past your ankle.
Yeah,
they gotta be that length.
They do. Yeah. But I have some dress socks from the dollar store that go up to my knee. I don't pull them that high. I leave them loose, but they do.
That's funny.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
Definitely very cool.
Did you buy any books when you were at Powell's?
I did. I got a few books actually.
Do you remember which ones?
I did. I got Half Broke Horses by Jeanette Walls.
Okay.
And 1,000 Splendid Suns by I'm gonna say his name wrong. Khalid Hosseini.
Sounds right to me.
Okay. Cool. We'll go with it.
Yeah,
we'll go with it.
Have you finished both those books already?
Oh, I read them in like a day.
Oh wow!
Nice.
It took me like a week for both of them. Yeah, they're really good.
That's how it's good. It's also when you find a book like that has you like engrossed in reading it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. I'm such a slow reader. Even like the best books, I take like a week to read. Like that anatomy book that you said is finally in after we ordered it in like February, early February. I read that in like 4 days, and that's not a long book. I'm just a slow reader, and that to me, that's like fast. So the fact that you read those big fat books in a day is amazing.
Yeah, the Half-Broke Horse isn't that long.
Okay,
but have you ever had a Red Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls? Oh well, she's a really good writer, so I just got books by her because I knew her already. But it was an easy read. It was really good.
Cool. I'll add it to my list.
That's definitely.
Great. You'll learn about a new Kasey with the C.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
That's the main character in the book.
Love that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Speaking of books, what are some of your favorites / what are you reading now?
One of my favorite books, I read it in high school. I just thought it was really interesting, was Into the Wild.
Yeah.
By John Krakauer? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I think
Kerouac?
So. Krakauer.
Oh, it is Krakauer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to take my library. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, I really like that book. I thought it was interesting. I like the whole going off the grid thing.
Why did I think Into the Wild was by Jack London? Y'all are really going to cancel me.
No, yeah. John Krakauer, because I thought his name was fun to say.
What hour is it? Krakauer.
Yeah.
I'm going to look this up now so I can remember the correct.
Oh, yeah. It is a movie as well.
It's a movie,
I've never
and
seen
I
the
know
movie.
that What's-His-Face from Pearl Jam did the music for that, right? And Kristen Stewart's in it, question mark?
I think so.
Am I thinking of a completely different story?
I don't know. He, like, dies in the bus in Alaska.
Eddie
Spoiler.
Vedder
Spoiler.
from Pearl Jam
Spoiler.
does the music.
Oh, okay.
Boom, got that. Knew that part. Is Kristen Stewart? Yeah, Kristen Stewart's in it. Boom.
There you go.
I haven't even seen that movie.
There you go.
Okay, anyway.
Anyway.
What are you reading now?
My, what do you call, like, guidelines for my finals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it right now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Kasey's
Yeah.
joining us on Dead Day right before finals week starts. So we're so thankful for your time today to join us for this.
Yes.
I call it a vanity project sometimes for me and Edwin. So
listen, I'm a big podcast fan.
yeah,
I'm a little
he's literally, we got
podcaster.
to have you on the show.
Yes.
On the fun
Yeah.
video show, definitely. It was more Jocelyn's like child project, and she's like, "You're in it too," and I was like, "Okay, I'm in it too. I'm in it too, and let's do it."
Do you guys listen to any? Like, what are your podcasts?
The Bold and the Beautiful. Trixie,
Oh,
and
yeah, of
Katya.
course.
But like, honestly, is what inspired this. Like, I would love to one day be at that level.
Just insane editing.
Just insane editing.
Absolutely off the wall.
And Edwin and I are both in drag, that kind of thing.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure, why
you're
not?
okay.
It's like,
he's
sure,
for
why
it.
not?
He's with it. That's
Yeah.
good.
You just have to think about it for a second.
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh.
anything for entertainment.
You know, I'll wear the outfit that Freddie Mercury wore, and I Want to Be Free.
Okay.
I'll go for that one.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Classic.
I
Yeah.
can see that. Another one I really like is Noble Blood by Dana Schwartz. Hers are really interesting. Her voice is just really pleasant to listen to. And she does like true stories told in like almost a novel style. So they're very gripping
interesting.
stories. And they're like about the violent histories and bloody histories of nobility. So fascinating stories, because you're like, oh, I definitely heard of that person and heard their name, but like then you learn about things that you're like, I didn't know that happened.
Interesting.
Yeah. And she like does like deep dives into research and stuff, so it's a full on like production show.
So it's like
really good.
true crime for like
Old times.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The olden times.
The olden
Yeah.
times.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a good one. And she wrote that book that I was talking about.
Oh,
Anatomy.
okay.
I'm just a big Dana Schwartz fan, I think. Anyway.
It appears so. Yeah.
Yeah. What else do we want to know? What's your history with libraries? How did you want to become an English major? How did you get interested in reading? How do you like working at the library?
Well, when I was a kid, both my parents worked all summer, and my grandma would take care of me. And she was older, so we couldn't go. She couldn't drive.
Sure.
We couldn't go places. So it was either we walk to the pool, or we read books. And sometimes it was too hot to walk to the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like 30-minute walk. So I was like, I'll read a book. So we got super into books, and that's when I went to the Coy Library.
Cool.
The Coy Pond
Nice.
Library. And yeah, I think just having that as a kid, like, I just kind of got into a rhythm of things, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like most people that are into reading had exposure to reading whenever they were young. Like, that's how you get kids to love reading is to make it a bonding experience. The Dallas Public Library posts on their Twitter page like early literacy tips every few days, and I love them. I used to be a children's librarian, and so I'm kind of like obsessed with how reading changes your brain. Shout out to Marianne Wolf. She's another great author about, she writes all about how reading changes your mind, like literally like adapts your like neurons and pathways and like helps you develop as a person. So fascinating stuff. But definitely. When you can turn reading into a bonding experience, kids associate reading with positive feelings, even if they don't realize that it's like the reading that's making them happy. Like you have that bonding experience to like look back on, and then you just have these like positive associations with reading. So I feel like almost anybody that loves to read, you could ask them like, oh hey, what was your childhood like? And it's definitely going to be about books.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And family. So that's so cute.
Of course.
Grandma Kasey.
Yeah. Grandma Kasey.
Grandma Kasey.
Very cool. What else do we want to know?
So with the libraries you've seen, where you work at now, if you could build your dream library, what would be in it? What would it consist of?
I would definitely have a pond.
Yeah.
Or you know what? Can I go like off the rails?
Yeah, go crazy.
For it, yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'd have a little petting zoo.
I love.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, like
we have
like
doggies
a little...
in the library today.
And I will be there.
Good.
I will be there shortly.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd have a little like cat and dog little thing going on.
That's so cute.
Yeah, maybe like Einstein's Bagels.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some good study.
You into bagels?
Oh, you don't even know.
I guess I don't.
No.
Ideal bagel toppings. Go.
Like like on the inside or like my favorite bagel?
Yes.
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we're just going plain cream cheese,
Yeah.
I'm a cinnamon raisin type of girl.
Raisin.
I love.
Okay.
She said we're done. You can leave.
This episode's over.
Okay, but
I love cinnamon bagels, but raisin, no.
really,
But I'm glad you like
the
it.
cinnamon sugar ones.
Yeah.
Those are good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're a sweet bagel girl.
Yeah, or I love one of the best bagels I've ever had was a jalapeno bagel with garlic cream
Oh
cheese.
my gosh,
Oh, I'm sure my breath was disgusting after that, but God, it tasted so good.
Listen.
Yeah.
Anything with jalapeno, anything with garlic.
There were
Count me
jalapenos
in.
in the beans today, which I also think there was bacon, and I don't really eat bacon, but you know what? I just kind of ignored it. I was like, these beans are great.
Sometimes,
and I won't wonder why.
Sometimes you just have to choose to be happy.
Yeah, freegan.
Yeah.
Freegan is the new dietary guidelines.
Freegan, what is that?
Where, well, freegan, maybe vegetarian would be better.
Vegetarian.
What's the front?
So at home we eat vegetarian.
Okay.
Right? Maybe we'll throw in some like salmon every now and then. Just to like, make sure those omega-3s are popping. Get enough protein. But if the food is free, whatever, go crazy.
You're right.
Yeah. But like I do tend to avoid pork. I love pigs. But bacon's good. Anyway, if you had a plain bagel, what toppings would you put on your plain bagel?
Oh. You know what? Avocado.
Okay.
And like the whole lemon, salt, pepper.
Oh yeah, like
that type of
avocado
thing.
toast, but as a
Yes.
Nice.
So good.
I could get down with that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting how it shifted from like dream library to like bagels.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
a lot of
yes.
people,
I'm
me
sorry.
included,
Yes.
when you think about your dream library,
I mean, you can include whatever you want.
food
Yeah.
is a big part
Yeah.
of that. So
'Cause then you
we'd
can
have
have-
a petting zoo, we'd have Einstein bagels. What else would you
Yes,
have?
Einstein bagels. I'd have a sauna, but like not a hot one,
Oh.
because I hate being hot. So no one else
what's a
gets to
sauna
be
but
hot.
not hot?
Like
Like-
an ice bath?
No, that's worse.
Like cold
Yeah, that's worse.
humidity?
That's worse. No, like just like a little pool room, but not a hot tub.
So you just want an indoor pool?
Like a little one.
Okay.
Like a couple you and a couple of your pals can go.
Okay.
And you just sit
But it's
there.
not hot.
No.
Is it like room temperature?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a tub.
It's comfortable.
So you're just taking a bath at the library.
Reading your book there, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's actually
Or like,
pretty fun.
oh my gosh, like a mud bath thing, like at the spas.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's real, but I've seen it on TV.
I have done my own mud bath. This is gross. Where you take that Aztec healing clay. Have you seen that stuff or heard of that stuff?
No.
It's like it looks really freaky. It looks like it was made by a cult, but it's like I'll bring you some.
Okay, I'd love to see it.
Aztec healing clay, and it's like a mixture of kaolin clay and like I don't know, a bunch of stuff that when you mix it with apple cider vinegar and you put it on your face, it like bubbles on your face and your face starts like throbbing. That sounds like it would be bad for your skin, but it's actually good for your skin.
Does it like burn?
No.
What do you mean throbbing?
Like you can feel your pulse in your skin. Like it makes your skin so tight and it's like sucking out all of the. It's like super detoxing.
Interesting.
Feels great. Feels interesting. I'll bring you some. It's fun. Okay. And you can add it to your bath water and take like a mud bath.
Interesting.
Your tub is filthy, but your body feels nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a petting zoo. We got a bagel shop. We got a bath.
Yes.
What else is in your library? Do we have books in the library or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe like one or two. No, I'm kidding. We'd have some good books, but not boring ones. Like I'd have to be the final say.
What's the most boring book you think you've ever read?
That's a really good question, actually.
That is a good question.
Because most people don't. If a book is boring, they're like, I'm not going to read this. But like, there's some books that you just have to like
power through. Like either it's an assignment or you're like, I know this book is important. Like what's that book? Catcher in the Rye. I never had to read that.
You didn't read it? No.
There was a one book that everyone else thought is boring that I really liked is Beloved by
Toni Morrison.
Yes. Thank you. I was like, I'm not going to be able to remember it.
Great book. I will say there are some times where the prose is just very beautiful and there's maybe not a whole lot of action, but like if you're a lover of literature, then you're going to enjoy those parts.
And I think it takes time to like understand kind of what's happening because it's a lot of not like again, like she goes around everything. Exactly, yes.
Absolutely. You have to be very like mentally active when you're reading that book. It's not a passive. What a good book.
Yes, that is a good book. And I like book. If I don't like a book, I'm not gonna read it.
Yeah,
definitely.
But there is a book. I think there's a movie on it. I'm not 100% sure, but it's called Silence de la Mer.
Oh.
And I speak French, so I read it in French.
I love French.
Nice.
Don't speak too much French to me. You'll get me too excited.
Okay. But
HR.
HR.
Maybe. How do you say HR in French? Don't tell me.
Okay. It doesn't sound pretty. The H's are very throaty. Yeah.
Maybe I like that though.
Oh, yeah, you could.
I don't.
But I don't.
Or do I?
But that book was about kind of like World War II, and like the occupation and stuff.
Have you read Atonement?
By
No.
I've seen the movie.
Ian McEwan? Joe Wright directed that movie, and Keira Knightley is in it. Who?
Yeah, I saw that movie for my.
I think it's Ian McEwan. Anyway. It's another great book that takes place during World War II, but it is heartbreaking.
Oh, yeah, no.
Heartbreaking. Which I normally, like, if someone's like, oh, a book is sad, I'm like, I don't want to mess with that. There's too much sadness in the world.
There are no winners in that story.
There are. I'm trying to think if anybody has a happy ending.
No, none of them do.
No. Heartbreaking book,
but
it's excellent. Excellent. And the movie is beautiful. I wrote a whole paper in college about the long shot, not the long shot, but the extended take on the beach.
That scene was super cool, actually.
Yeah.
Would you say you like the book or the movie?
Both. But I watched the movie before I read the book, which honestly I think is the way to enjoy media, because if you read a book and then watch the movie is only going to disappoint you because it's going to be so different from how you imagined it. While reading, but if you watch the movie first and then you read the book, you're like, oh, this is great. The movie did such a good job at this, but this, like, there's so much more, like, good stuff in the book, too. Yeah. So that way you can enjoy and respect both mediums, because they're both very different. You can never have an exact shot-for-shot, adaptation.
Especially because, like, if you watch the movie first and then you go into the book, you're going to be able to realize, okay, this is why they had limitations.
Yeah.
Like, there are certain things, like, people will always be like, oh, I wanted this part in the movie. And it's like, but you have to look at the audience and the runtime.
Yeah.
You can't waste those precious 2 hours and 30 minutes on something that maybe isn't going to entertain.
Doesn't, like, accelerate the plot.
Yeah.
Speaking of adaptations,
Yes.
let's talk about Twilight.
Oh, I'm the person to talk to.
Yeah, maybe you and I will start our own show where we just talk about Twilight.
Okay, yeah, we
I've
can
seen
really.
that movie all
okay,
of them
I'll be
so
honest.
many times.
I'll be honest. I haven't read the books when it was a big thing.
So how are you, Adam? I'm just kidding. But you have read the books, or you have not read them?
I have not because when it was like a thing.
Oh my god.
No, listen. When it was like a big thing, like the movies were coming out.
You were like, oh, I'm too cool for that.
No, I was like 8. So my mom was like,
don't say that.
Yeah, my mom was like, no, like she barely let me watch the movies. Like I was a kid, I was still in elementary school.
Yeah, honestly, if you're 8, maybe you shouldn't be watching those movies or reading
those
books.
So my mom was like, she censored me a little bit.
Yeah,
which I understand.
Yeah,
definitely. And then you get old enough to read it, and then you're like, no, I'm too cool.
I mean, the movies are so excellent.
They are, and
excellent.
I heard that they do a good job. I heard that people like the movies better than the books. I could be wrong, but that's what I've heard.
I don't disagree with you.
Okay.
Something that I find hilarious is that on what's the author's name?
Stephanie
Myers. Or Myers, whatever. On her Wikipedia page, it says she drew inspiration from Jane Austen and Shakespeare to write Twilight.
And she came up with that. I agree.
What? No!
Wait, what? What like Jane Austen? What Shakespeare?
Exactly.
It just says
maybe
exactly. I think in an interview she said I was inspired by Jane Austen and Shakespeare.
Yeah, but she doesn't elaborate.
No.
Okay.
No. Okay. And honestly, the writing is not great, but the story, fantastic. The acting, impeccable. The makeup, you can see from the first Twilight to New Moon how much their budget increased.
Yes, you really can.
It is obvious.
Yeah. It wasn't shot just in a bit. When I went to Portland.
Yeah.
I tried to go to the Edward Cullen house.
And?
A rich lady owns it.
I saw it was for sale, actually, for like $15 million or something.
Yeah, I don't know if she had just, I don't know what, but she was cranky. She had like huge like warning signs, and so we were like, because it's on the top of a hill, so it's like its own little like street like off. So we tried like going up the street, and then like she started like coming down her driveway in like her Audi. And me and my sister started running.
Ma'am.
We were so scared. Yeah, but she was like guard dogs, camera, you will be persecuted to the fullest extent. And I was like, I'm not trying to like go in. Like I just kind of, because you can't see because there's like trees. Yeah, no, there's like trees and like you can't see it at all.
What the heck?
She's real hidden, so.
That
was disappointing. But they did have a very nice house.
I feel like, not to.
Yes.
I don't know. If you're living in the Edward Cullen house, you're like...
I mean, I feel like
you should expect drive-bys.
Exactly. Like, she owned it. She can sell it. She has enough money to.
Yeah.
It was a real nice house.
Maybe that's why she sold it. Is your sister redheaded too?
No, she's blonde.
She saw this redhead and this blonde drive by. She said, I'm selling this place.
She put it up on Zillow the next day. Immediately. Yeah. She was like, I'm being hunted.
That's it.
Yes.
Being hunted, yeah. She's like, these vampires are after me. Is your sister very pale-skinned like you?
Oh, she's paler than me. It does.
Wow.
I'm actually, I'm the tannest.
What?
That's incredible.
Yes.
What color hair do your parents have?
They
gray?
both. Yeah.
Same.
Okay. Well, my mom is like light brown, dirty blonde.
Yeah.
And then my dad has been bald my whole life, but I think no.
Your whole life?
No, he just shaves his head.
Okay.
He looks like Walter White, if that. Exactly.
He sounds nice.
Spitting image.
No way.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
But
pre-meth making or post-meth making?
Oh.
Because the look changes, you know?
It does change. He had a ponytail pre-meth and then shaved it post-meth.
Okay.
Yeah. Real hippie.
Real hippie.
Oh.
Real hippie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Definitely.
Is your sister older or younger?
We're twins, but
No way.
Yes, but I am older.
By how many minutes?
7.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Big
I know,
sister
crazy.
energy.
Yeah, I know. I know. I really help her out, guys.
How much have you used that against her? Like, I'm 7 minutes older than you.
You know, the only time I ever used it when we were like learning how to drive. I'd be like, no, like I get to drive first. Like I'm older.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she'd be like, literally like, no, you're not. And I'd be like, yeah. Just look at our birth certificates.
Yeah, check the birth certificate. Yeah. Check the receipts. Yeah. That's so funny.
Check the tapes. Check the tapes.
Roll the tape.
Yeah.
It's gross. Oh my God. That's good. That's good.
That's awesome. That's something else, definitely.
All right. We've been having a lot of fun.
Yes.
I think it's maybe time to start wrapping up. So our last questions for you is, first one, what do you love about Sul Ross?
I like that it's like a community.
Yeah.
You know, like if you ask a question and you don't know the answer, they're gonna find someone who can help you, or they're gonna find out how to answer the question. So you're not left like kind of just by yourself, like not really knowing what to do. Like someone's always gonna be there to help you.
Yeah.
And that's a real big sense of like close-knit community. So that's something nice.
Yeah, that's true.
I like that. Yeah, I agree. Thinking about, I had a great undergrad experience. I've probably talked about it before, where it was a pretty small campus, and so I felt, taken care of. But then there were times even then where I felt lost and that I didn't know where to turn. And I feel like our students don't experience that. Like you don't have to wait to ask for help. Somebody finds you. That's something I noticed about moving here is like people are like, will greet you first. They'll say howdy. They'll wave at you in the car. Like they'll make sure you have everything that you need. So yeah, I totally see that. That's good. That's good.
Well, with that would lead into the second part. What do you like about Alpine?
You know what? I like the food trucks.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I do.
What's your favorite?
You know what? I just got Trilobite today.
Oh, okay. Man.
And that would be my answer.
I haven't had that one yet.
Trilobite's
What'd you get?
Super good.
So I don't eat meat. I'm a vegetarian, yeah. So I got it's called you know what, I forgot. But it was so I got a veggie burger, like the patty. It had like egg, like a fried egg on it.
Okay.
It was really good. And then their special today, because I went with my friends, so we split the special. It was a fried ravioli.
Oh yeah.
And I've never had that, and it was
God.
It was.
I bet your mind was blown.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah. They also sell a boba tea.
They do. Yes, I've had their
tasty.
boba. I like the taro tea, the purple one.
Oh yeah, that one's super good. That one's really good. Yeah. Yeah, you got to give it a shot.
Yeah, maybe.
It's good. It's the orange one with the dinosaurs.
Okay.
Yeah, right by Sonic.
I do like dinosaurs. I also like Sonic.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're blasts versus blizzards. Which one's better? Like a Dairy Queen blizzard.
Okay, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I have to be in the mood for a blizzard, but I can always go for Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they're very thick. Yeah. But Sonic, Sonic's always there for me. Always has been, always will be.
Yeah. One of the first fast food restaurants in my hometown, other than Dairy Queen, was a Sonic.
And that's the day the game changed.
That was
Forever.
it.
Yes.
Not bad.
Cool. I think that wraps it up. Any questions for us?
How's your guys' day been?
Busy.
Busy?
A little bit busy, but pretty
I just taught a Zumba class before this, which is why I'm so sweaty and red. But no, really fun. De-stress fest going on today, so that's been really fun. But honestly, it's been stressful getting it all pulled together. So I'll be glad when it's done and that I can de-stress.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pet the dog and cats right now.
Love it.
I'm so excited.
Me too. All right.
Yeah.
We don't have a sign off yet. Do you want to help us come up with one?
Oh. You better turn in your books. No, I didn't think so. It has to do something like Long Overdue.
Yeah, but I never turn in my books on time.
Oh, so do you guys do this like regularly? Like weekly, monthly?
Weekly.
Yeah.
It could be something about like a due date. Maybe.
Next episode due.
Yeah.
Next week.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in.
We're turning in.
Next episode is due next week.
Yeah, I like that. Next episode is next week. Yeah, I like that.
Woo!
Perfect.
Okay.
Awesome.
Cool.